Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Woo! What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and we need to talk about it. More details have come out now about this situation, and it is shocking. It is pretty much like what? Because see, let's get to the real here. I normally cover things that are in the perspective of the lane of what we deal with as far as social media and that standard, that platform, that genuine vibe that we had there. I've seen people come through and try to derail everything that we've done, and it has been quite a remarkable situation to see people come up in and come out. And this girl Micca, who claimed that she wasn't with Corey and all of this stuff, this is not even about what everybody else is thinking. Is what got me concerned. What got me concerned is the fact that you went, and Corey had brought this up too. You were there for 2 days. You didn't fly in to go to Corey's event. You flew in to Vegas first. Then y'all like drove up to LA. So to me, the math ain't mathing. And when the math ain't mathing, I'm starting to see a lot of different flaws, a lot of different entities that are popping up that don't make sense to me. And when it don't make sense to me, it starts to pull into another direction. Then you start seeing things go off the reservoir. Yeah, she was telling the truth, but to a degree. Like I said, I was able to read through the situation, and even with this, I'm going to break it down because see, this just exposes Anton more than anything. Um, so we're going to get to that. This guy called House of Hypocrites, he's responsible for this because he's the one that I seen. There's other people that probably did it. I don't even know what a Room 9 stream is. Like I said, House of Hypocrites, I saw him do this, and that's where I saw this develop. And then he went in the same room here. He was on Yuck Mouth show. Shout out to Yuck Mouth TV. Now, here's what Anton was saying.
He tried to dirty Mac and tried to, you know what I'm saying? The nigga know I'm married, nigga know I got shit going on. Luckily for me, I do what the fuck I want to do and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation.
At this point,
So any married man talking like that about his wife, you know, it seems like she doesn't get involved in his mess except for she's okay with the money coming in.
I do what the fuck I want to do and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation.
So he has control over his wife is basically what he's saying. which is kind of crazy to me that Anton would say such a thing, because to me that just doesn't make any sense. A married man shouldn't be talking like that about, like, I got control over my situation. He trying to dirty Mac. How's he dirty Mac if this is a woman that's not with you? You see what I'm saying? If the woman is not with you, how is that a dirty Mac? How's he trying to dirty Mac you if you got a wife? If he was dirty Macking you, he'd be talking to your wife, right? You're married. So this person is a friend of yours that's under contract, right? So then they pull up on this panel that y'all say is the Room 9 panel or whatever that is. And here is this Micca girl on Anton Daniels' live stream as she's in the room with Anton Daniels. Now, when she did the whole layout, I'm not being lenient with anybody. See, I'm a person that is not familiar with her. That's why when I saw her with the picture with the guy, I thought that was her husband, because someone had said, oh, that's her and her husband, but it wasn't. The black guy was some other guy named Mr. Powell or whatever, so he wasn't even her husband. And then that brought in another element that we're going to discuss here today. No, I'm not drinking cognac. I'm drinking water. Now, let's get to the grease, because the grease is good. When the grease is good, that means there's going to be some things that need to be said here. Thing number one that needs to be said is that Micca, everybody's noticing her hair is all messed up. It's not all frizzed up. And it seemed like they went out drinking after the incident. This is getting them a lot of publicity, so they're feeling very happy. So he goes on Yugmouth TV, sits down with Yugmouth. He sits down with and does his own platform. He talked about it for days. On top of days. But now she's on Anton Daniels' stream. And here she is posted up on Anton Daniels' stream. And she's sitting there in his room. Then something very interesting happened.
Yeah, they say you had the Glock out, bro. what the street saying?
You on mute, Micca.
You on mute, Micca. That's what the street saying. They say you was the shooter, bro.
I was the what?
You was the shooter. Man, I'm just letting you know what the street's saying. I'm out here in the LA streets right now.
You shot the sheriff.
Yeah, they were like, man, Micca was the shooter, cuz.
No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs.
I might be wondering why I played that 3 times, because you got to have an eye for this shit. When you offer information out of guilt so you can get ahead of it and control the narrative, you do something called a confession leak. So what the fuck you saying, House of Hypocrites? She know that the perception of her being in Anton Daniels' room at 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning is not going to look right, because she's somebody's wife and he's somebody's husband. So when she got a chance to actually kind of articulate herself, knowing that she fucking drunk, knowing that her hair all fucked up, she did not arrive to Corey Holcomb's studio like that. So she got to this confession league because it looked wrong, because it is wrong, and that guilt made her try to get in front of this narrative. When somebody asks why she's in Anton Daniels' room, this wasn't a big deal because at the time, at this very moment, she's in his room. The panel and the panelists and everybody is so focused on the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Say it again, or let's go outside. Nobody is honing in on that particular dynamic. Like, bro. And I missed it too at the time, but now
I didn't miss it at all because I didn't see it. Because I don't watch them. I watch Corey. So I'm watching what Corey's doing. I don't watch what Anton do in his other shows. I'm not into that. So I wouldn't have never seen this. House of Hypocrites found it though. Shouts out to him. Follow him, for his hard work. He went in and looked this up.
I'm like, what the fuck was you doing? Because you just said on Talk Perspective, your obligation days to live on Room 9 is Thursdays and Fridays. This is Tuesday.
And for me, I'm only on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
And that's what I remember her saying on the show. But this was a special occasion. That's what I think House of Hypocrites didn't understand. The reason why they were there now and doing the show like this was because it was a special situation because they had just came off of Corey's show. So they're doing one live and jumping on because of what just happened. So they striking while the iron is hot and they both in the room.
Why the fuck you in? You feel me? Hop back on a flight, go your ass home. And you said you just got in there, which is a lie. And I'm about to show y'all that Anton Daniels for about an hour was looking off, asking Micca, is she ready? I'm reading the nigga lips. No, did he? And he's saying, are you ready? That you just got in there, which is a lie. And I'm about to show y'all that Anton Daniels for about an hour was looking off, asking Micca, is she ready?
Now, and he's got on a white shirt.
I'm reading the nigga lips. No, did he? And he's saying, are you ready? Are you ready? Then she's gonna jump on the fucking camera to try to say, hey, I just got up, I just came from up. No, the fuck you didn't. You been there.
No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs.
They're braided, right?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Nigga, my haircut. If my barber ain't talking to me, my hair could be 25 minutes.
That's because they be talking. Them beauticians be chit-chatting.
Hell yeah, them niggas.
They be
that's why my hair could be an hour sometimes. I'm like,
so as you can see, he asking her, is she ready to go? I don't think she's drunk, but I do think she's had a couple drinks. Like, I don't know if they drunk in the room or whatever. They probably went out and had something to drink. But she's definitely in this room with Corey. All this, she got her own room and all this. I ain't kind of buying that. But she's definitely not being upfront and up forth and honest. Now, my problem and where this lies, we're going to get to that, to where my issue is with all of this. And what is the really, like, oh, we're going to get to that. Well, let's
listen, I'm from goddamn me. Listen, I'm from goddamn me.
At that particular time, he's saying, that's cool. You ready? Right? Meaning she been in the nigga room. She been so why jump on camera and say, I just came upstairs. You been in the room for an hour. You probably been in the room since he got there because y'all probably only got one room. If I was her husband, I'd be trying to check into that shit. I'll most definitely be trying to check into that. Then let's not speed past her appearance. She looked inebriated. They both look inebriated. And when Anton Daniel was goddamn pausing and muting and I guess when Anton was disabling his camera, I'm like, shit. The further they got along, it seemed like he getting a little bit more looser. Maybe they were drinking off camera. You feel me? And it's just speculation. Speculation. Out of all the times this woman she got curly hair, right? Big curl, shower in that room because the nigga Anton was preparing to jump in the motherfucking shower while she was on screen. You don't believe me?
Okay, he got his own platform going. He got his own thing going. So
No.
it should be fine.
I think. Oh,
Now, why is this dude walking back and forth, brushing his teeth? You see this? This fool is walking back and forth, brushing his teeth. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. No. Look at this. Anton is walking back and forth brushing the teeth, right?
a lot of you guys are 1,000% unable to be impartial on what you saw and or heard.
Big shit. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga.
Darlene.
What y'all didn't notice, he had the white shirt on. He took the white shirt off. Nigga went in the restroom, started brushing his teeth, walking around. He want to be seen. It's like he want to be seen that he's in this moment with her. You go throw your clothes on the bed, them drawers. He throw his drawers on the bed and whatever his little pajama shorts or some shit, just to pick it up on camera. He winding down, about to go jump in the shower.
As Anton's representation,
Thank you.
we want to say that we went to the 5150 program to have an educated conversation. The conversation took a left turn, and we decided to use our judgment. And what?
And let me say this also,
Sir.
Let me say this also.
What?
And let me say this also,
Sir.
Let me say this also. Micca stayed in pocket. She followed my lead. She stayed. She ain't do none of that. She ain't trip. She just said, "Yo, I'm rolling with you," and that's the end of the conversation. She ain't say one word. She just kept it moving. That's how women are supposed to move. They're not supposed to do all of the extra shit and all of that. You follow the lead of the person you're with.
That's a fact.
You don't say nothing. You don't get out of pocket. You don't do none of that.
You jump in the middle.
Move with the person that you move with. That's it.
Now, right. Now, look at this. Here's the thing that gets people caught out of pocket. Right? You're a married man. Why are you trying to run a narrative like something is going on? And talking about, yeah, she rolling with, she moving with, this is how we moving. And it's like, dude, first of all, why are you trying to pose like this your girl? And she's allowing it to go on. But even though it's an act, all of this is an act. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm trying to tell you. And on the internet game, they would call this a play. Oh, I'm running a play. They're running a play on everybody. Him brushing his teeth, going in there, starting to shower up. If they were going to do something for real, you would not be in the know. And his wife don't really care. Long as the money's coming in. He's got one of those wives. Because he knows how the internet is. Everybody's fickle. They live online. So if you lie about your life online, this is a usual common thing.
I really think he a bitch. Let me tell you why I really think he a bitch.
Let me ask you a rhetorical question. Do you think that's a door opening or a door closing? Is it the room though? Or is it the shower goddamn though? Is it the bathroom goddamn though? We're gonna get to it.
Because of none of that. It's because that nigga tried to dirty Mac at the end.
How you gonna dirty Mac a married woman and a married man?
He tried to dirty Mac and tried to, you know what I'm saying? The nigga know I'm married, nigga know I got shit going on. Luckily for me, I do what the fuck I want to do and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation.
This is the high Christian man with Christian values. That's the Christian way, baby. I do what the F I want to do. I'm grown.
But what if my chick wasn't familiar with the fact that I got a chick out here with me?
What's crazy about him gesturing that way, he gesturing towards the restroom Micca is in taking a shower right now.
That I got a chick out here with me.
Oh my God, that I got a chick out here with me. Oh my God, listen to this.
Got shit going on. Luckily for me, I do what the fuck I want to do and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation. But what if my chick wasn't familiar with the fact that I got a chick out here with me? I got a chick out here with me.
I got a chick out here with me. And you never met the husband. This brings another alarm. This is what I'm finna say, and it's finna come to a head. This is where the real drama's going.
What's crazy about him gesturing that way, he gesturing towards the restroom Micca. This is where another lie come in. Corey only knew that 5 minutes before the show. The nigga told me personally, you tried to put her in position last minute, which is where the issue is arising to why you told her husband, or she may have told her husband something that was never confirmed. So when she didn't get on the show, it was a real issue in her real life. Because he said, I don't know that bitch. I told you, explain the bitch. But the nigga trying to sit up here and lie.
But see, Corey tried to throw salt in the game afterwards and tried to, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to like do some dirty shit. I don't fuck with niggas like that. These niggas keep talking about how real they are. They keep talking about all of that type of shit. I would never do that type of shit to a nigga.
Nigga, you did it to JR from the Lapeef Network. And you knew he had a woman. And you knew he was fucking the little bitches on the panel. You started your show. Was it Fight Club or After Hours? You started your show trying to siphon panelists, the same bitches he was fucking on. You was trying to get them hoes on your show. You started dirty macking. That's the real definition. You started dirty macking on Lapeef, stealing his audience, stealing his panelists. and then you start telling everybody he fucking all these bitches that you trying to get to your platform. You most definitely did this to a nigga before.
Now, see, shout out to House of Hypocrites, because he's calling it out, and I don't even know him. Like I said, this guy would know because he watches the platform. I don't know who JR is. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know any of those people. None of it. So my whole thing is I'm looking at this fresh. So now it's starting to make sense. Well, I already know Anton's a hypocrite and he's got multiple personalities, period. His own wife said it. I could see it. The camera, he wants to be everything that's going on and moving on the camera and on the screen. He's so abreast with all of that. Like some people can go on here and hit record and that's cool. That's because in real life, he was pretty much a nobody, probably a nerd. And nobody really dealt with him at all. And now that I'm the Anton Daniels, people want to come talk to him. But to me, he's just not genuine. I've seen the cracks in the armor. You know what I'm saying? When I thought he was, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe dude's all right. Because I didn't really know too much about him, but then he played his hand. And now I'm seeing all this. It's just like, yeah, dude. Now,
These niggas act like the internet ain't real. These niggas acting like the internet ain't a PS2 memory card, nigga.
I don't have no secrets. The fact of the matter is, that's the lamest shit that a nigga can do is try to throw you under the bus, trying to expose you when a nigga get mad and that ain't even got nothing to do with the conversation. Nigga, corny. That's some corny shit, bro. That's some corny shit. When you losing an argument or you feeling some type of way and then you try to do some dirty macking type shit, y'all better watch these niggas that y'all looking up to. These niggas ain't OGs. These niggas is not real. They not OGs. You can look up in their eye and tell that these niggas is not real. They don't even move like real niggas. Real niggas don't do no shit like that. Ever. They never do no junk like that, bro. Shout out to Corey, bro.
It's been almost 2 years. You didn't introduce or make an effort to introduce Anton Daniels to your husband. You didn't tell him you was at the goddamn Detroit sitting courtside NBA game until after the fact. You attempted to edit Anton Daniels' hand off your ass and present it to Talk Perspective. You at a hotel room with this nigga at 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. You couldn't acknowledge the fact Anton was flirting with you on camera, which means you was being deceptive on his goddamn behavior. You have never talked about your husband ever online. And I'm not even mad at you for not showing your family online. I can understand that. But to never talk about your husband, not even in a good light, that says a lot. Or maybe he just a fucked off nigga.
and that's where I come in. Because that's out of all of everything that was going on. All of the activities that she's doing would illustrate where's the damn husband? I need some more water. Where's the husband? And all of this worldly nonsense. Where's the goddamn husband? I'm serious. Because it pisses me off. To no end. Because I'm like, that was the first thing that went through my head when I started learning about this woman once they said she was married. So I'm really learning about her on the fly. But my common sense meter would go off and say, what husband would sit around and put up with some stuff like this? Right? So then my spidey senses start tingling again with common sense. She's a conservative woman, right? Most conservative women who are black, let me tell you like this. Most conservative women who are black normally have white husbands. I'm going to repeat. Normally, conservative black women who are conservatives have white husbands. I don't know her husband. I don't know what he looks like at all. But now people are looking into it, probably. But I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me if he's white. Because a white conservative man would allow his wife to go out there and do X, Y, and Z to get money. And she's what we call a coin. She's a coin, conservative only in name. She wants to be a conservative because it's good for her look. I'm a conservative Democrat. I'm a conservative this because it's a rare space. Black conservatives, they're going to get behind them because the conservatives was looked at to be racist and don't like black. So if you black conservative, it's going to help you stand out. And that's all they care about. They don't know about any conservative issues, nothing. She said that her man is African, but born here in America. Well, yeah, well, that's the case. He's not going to care. African man ain't going to care nothing but that check. Now, right. The way she talks almost with a silver tongue. You know, so you got to kind of like weigh the pros and cons on what she says on certain things because she talks about what she wants to discuss. But you can tell she's concealing certain things. Like when she answered what the host on the show was asking her, she concealed everything else. See, that's what people miss, the concealing part. Well, if he's black, he's black. But I guarantee you he probably acts white. And I guarantee you this, he doesn't boss the family. She probably married that dude to get his ass a green card. to get his ass into the States. Any of it. Because here's the thing. If your wife can go around and fly around, get flown out by other men who you've never met, and she's comfortable to go anywhere she wants with this man who's paying her like 22, what are you paying her? $2,000 to $3,000 a month? He gonna pay you $2 to $3K a month. So about $2K. You're getting a month just to go out and do a show for this guy. Why did he choose you? Like I told you, he chose your look, not what you actually say. He chose your look. He needed your look for his brand. But your wife is your queen, your earth, your everything. Why not promote her look? You and your wife should be a brand, right? Why y'all not a brand? Why are you trying to brand another girl who you believe looks better than her, I guess? In Corey's mind. I mean, in Anton's mind. That his wife don't look better than this woman. That you felt the need to want to build this woman up. There's plenty of other girls out there that you could have used that are conservative, that are black, that have a platform. Why wouldn't you give them a push? What made you choose her? And she said, you sought her out. She didn't seek you out. You came and said somebody brought her to my attention. Conservative woman, she's not moving like a conservative wife. A conservative wife don't move around the way she does. Conservative women don't fly around without their husband's consent or without their husband. A conservative wife has to take care of the house values first. If they follow conservative values, the husband has to be privy. The husband makes the decisions, not the wife. So she's got liberal tendencies that she's doing, but claiming she's a conservative. Like I said, Anton's being Anton. I expect him to run a play. Do I think he slept with Micca? No. Do I think that he want to sleep with Micca? Yes. Do I think he could have slept with Micca? Yes. Eventually, she would have given him some. But she didn't have to. He was so geeked to have her around that he was giving up stuff for free. I went through that. This bad chick came around me and my partner, and he was giving her everything. He's a married dude. So a bad chick come and talk to him and being flirty and all this stuff, he'll give up the whole goddamn house. He ain't had a chick flirt with him since he got married. He just like, oh man. I'm like, and once I found that out, I'm like, whoa. Did they mess with my audio? Is my audio cool? Somebody said your audio is choppy. Is my audio choppy right now? Oh, okay. All right, cool. So the matter of the situation starts to grow even further because the situations never change. And the reason why it never changed is because, okay, that's what's up. The reason why this never changed is because they never evolved. And once I found out the situation of what was going on, and I'm like, dude, we both partners in this business. So I said, well, nuh-uh. I'm gonna have to talk to that person. And I don't care how bad she looked, how fine she is. He was like, I'm gonna hook up with you. I'm like, all right, let me talk to her. So I spoke to her, and she was, oh no, of course I'm gonna cut y'all into the business. That's what I was gonna do. If I get any deals with what y'all gave me, I'm gonna cut y'all in. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna need that in writing. So I knew how to get to the business right away. You can look good, baby, but business is business. And I'm not going to let nobody shake their ass and my dollar's going out the door. I'm sorry. That can't happen. So everybody who was believing Corey did X, Y, and Z, and he was the main guy who caused this division. No, Anton did this, and he can care less. Now, what was the big problem that happened after the fact? That's where the storyline is. Why is Micca at 2 a.m. in another man's room and she's married? And he's married. Oh, we're just partying at 2 a.m. in his house? I mean, in his room? You didn't look, first of all, you would have your own room and you could pod and get on this same pod. Why is it imperative that you pod right there with him in the same room where he's walking around brushing his teeth, trying to give everyone the illusion that you all are a couple? And what happened since then? Y'all seem to be all good. What happened? What went left? Because something went left. You know what went left? Oh, I do. See, all of this started to blow up in her face. No. Because if he felt like, oh, he didn't advocate for me enough. She's live on this platform right now. This is after the Corey Holcomb show. They went out for drinks. She's in there in his room right now after the show. So if you mad about something with Corey and what happened on the Corey Holcomb show, she's like, oh no, because they thinking about all the publicity they're going to get. And they're milking it. So they're laughing. They're having a great time. Anton's happy because he knows he's going to milk this and make all this money every day off of it. I'm telling you, I know guys like Anton. I could read him like a book. I know exactly what he's doing. So this is the type of individual, he's only going to be as faithful as his options. And this is exactly what I was talking about when it came to Micca. She didn't care. She wants to make it so bad and be famous, and she didn't care how it made her look until she was looking like a side piece. Once they said, you're a side piece, everybody on the internet is like, you looking like a thought, side piece, home wrecker. I'm cool with his wife. So now she's fanning flames, but she looks bad in a conservative standpoint. You can't go up there and start talking about conservative values and you out here in a married man's room at 2 and 3 in the morning. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. That's not a flex. Believe me, if a girl is here at 2, 3 in the morning and we're potting together and I got her on the screen with me, if she ain't a family member of mine, oh, we definitely fucking. You ain't got to question that one. I'm probably going to tell you that on the live if I'm crazy enough to put her on the live, because I normally don't do that. I don't put no girl I'm dating on the live screen. This is so disrespectful to their spouses. Their spouses don't know. I mean, his spouse seems to be okay with all of it because she sees it as the internet. Mostly, she's probably not even on it. As long as the money's coming in, she ain't got no problem with it until he do something stupid. But then she's going to get all the money because of they prenup. They don't have no prenup. So they got a kid. If he's stupid enough, she knows she'll get the money, all of it. No, I don't think he's hit it at all. Bro, I don't think he's hit it at all. He's too stupid to hit it. You know why? Because this is what I mean by too stupid. I mean that if you want to get somebody somewhere and you see somebody's very eager and you want to get some and your thing was the bedroom, you don't give away what you give away. He's giving everything for free. He's introducing her to sponsors and everything else. I'm like, if this is a chick you trying to sleep with, you're doing the wrong thing because you're giving her all this for nothing. You're giving up all of this for nothing. If you want to sleep with this girl, you're taking the wrong avenue to get there. I mean, the wrong avenue. I'd be like, look, if you want to get to this level, this is what I'm going to have to get in return. If that was his goal. If that wasn't his goal, then I understand. He said, if Corey brings you as a co-host for show, what he says, host for his show, a host for his show. You and Corey and Mike and Scott and Corey be dropping bars for years. Y'all would bring the podcast game to a new level. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun. It didn't matter because they were going to go live together anyway. He was doing these live streams all the time with and without her. This had no bearings on anything that, he was doing. It was just like, oh, okay. So you playing this game. All right, cool. So we're going to go this route with it. Like I said, this was so much a phony scenario that anybody who didn't see it as a play, oh yeah, you could donate to the Cash App, Carcino. Appreciate you. But it's a play. Oh, it was 100% a play. That's why when I saw it, I said, oh, okay. I get it now.
Hey, beautiful people. Good morning. Y'all know, like, the mornings.
Yeah. What husband would let his wife do this consistently? This has been 2 years. Micca ain't married. So the ring is what? What is the ring? It's a prop ring. That's what I'm saying. She's probably married to an African guy for some money. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yep, exactly. She's a hustler. Exactly. That's what she is. She's going to go. It is an hilarious state of mind. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I know. Micca's money hungry. And if he wanted to sleep with Micca, he could have. If that was his goal, I think that was on the table. I really do. Was she into him? No. I think it was.
What's going on, guys? Jada Black here.
This girl was doing all of this, but was broke. And when somebody's doing this and they're broke, they're not getting everything. Yeah. Broke, ambitious. Corey was right. Yeah, she's ambitious. If Anton wanted to sleep with her, you don't take her to a business meeting right away to try to network with her. You got to build into that. And I don't know why these dudes do this stupid stuff, right? If you're married, be with your wife. And if you don't want to be with your wife, don't get married. If you don't feel your wife can enhance your brand, then don't get married. This was so bizarre to me. These dudes move like fools. It's like, what are you doing? Don't marry her. Don't marry her if she does not fit your mold, because it's only going to cost you in the end. Let's say you was sleeping with Micca, right? Where would you think that's going to end up? That's going to end up screwing up everything you got had you did sleep with this girl. But your wife wasn't going to let you go nowhere with this woman without meeting her. Because it only makes common sense. Oh, yeah. 100% common sense. Because you got to ask yourself the question, why is that happening? This man claims to be Christian with Christian values, sleeping in rooms and being in rooms with women at 2 o'clock in the morning. Not Christian values. But he preaches Christian values. See, you could say, hey, man, I read the church and my family grew up Christian, our family Christian and all that, but I'm not real deep in religion. But when you start passing your religious beliefs on to other people and you live in bullshit, delivering bullshit 24/7, and you ain't living none of the stuff that you claiming you living, and everybody can clearly see you full of it. I wouldn't be disappointed in Anton, because if you listen to Anton, you could see the bullshit a mile away. You could tell there's entertainment with him. If you believe him, he's real. He about as real as TD Jakes. No, Micca ain't been on the show because it's damaging her. She's looked at as a side piece. Before the show, she wasn't looked at as a side piece. So she had to get away from Anton. Oh, because she don't need Anton no more now. Those people she met from Anton, like the contract she got, she don't have to do the show anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, this is why I love these scenarios. I love this conversation that we have. They say beauty's only skin deep. Cheetah Tail is hotter than Micca. I don't know, man. I don't even think these chicks are hot. These chicks are like so-so. Like Micca is a chick that you could tell she used to be a big girl who then just took some doggone waist trainer stuff and got her waist in shape, but she still got like them country thigh legs. She still got them ham hock arms. She one pork chop away from 350. But she go in there and get that doggone, probably had lipo done right around her waist. But I'm just saying, we put too much faith into what somebody look like. And Tisa tells, I'm like, man, she's a cute girl. But these girls are like cute. They not like drop dead, going like, oh my God, like you'll give up everything for them. No, Anton's wife is a woman that just allows it to go along because the money's coming in. Everybody's okay with the money. And when situations become, oh, it's about the money, must be about money, that's where they go. But when you a woman who seem to take this route and keep coming up with the same narratives, Micca, it's a lot of stuff people gonna find out about Micca. They're gonna look deep into her past. I don't gotta look into her past at all. I don't have to do nothing. I just know what people are going to do. People are gonna look into her life and they're gonna pick it apart like a scab. Why wouldn't they? What did Micca do to deserve any type of like appraise? Man, I've had plenty of girls that tried to come by and, hell, can you help my page out? Can you try to get me famous? And I was the YouTube husband, all kind of goofiness. You my YouTube husband. I'm like, I am. Glad I'm not married. Well, they think all women are superficial, and they're not. If you got the right woman, she can enhance you. You know, she makes everything easier for you because she's in it with you. You know, that's what you want. You want somebody that's in the thick with you. Right. People think I'm against marriage. I'm not. For those people that can balance it and they got the life that they can, depends on what it is that is perfect for you, then yes. But for me, it's got to make a lot of sense in other areas. It's got to make a lot of sense. Yeah. You ever wondered why Yeah, I mean, come on. You ever wonder why these people never ever took the time? Hell to the no. They never took the time to even try to learn what's going on the other side. Because they think short-term money. Why do you think these women now, they have more? Why do you think they have more now? Because they think most of these women, y'all was thinking, like Adrian Bosch. Why would she leave Chris Bosch? She could stay with him, had the kids. They're like, she got the money and the kids, now she can go. No. She used his fame, his connections to build her business up and get her own self going. Why do I gotta leave and take half the money? Then that burns out and I got nothing now. When I could stay with him, I control all the money anyway and the house. Everything is mine. Yeah, everything is theirs. So why do they have to do anything? Right, they good. They doesn't care. No, they don't. The majority of these people, they don't, man, no. If I sat there and worried about what 90% of these people are talking about, I would be the biggest fool in the world. But I know what Micca went through, and I know Micca is like, oh man, they laughing at me. This didn't go the way I thought. Now I'm a side piece. Now I look stupid. Now I look dumb. You see how that worked? Yeah, well. No. Oh no, he been out here wilding. Anton Daniels been wilding. That's why when you start seeing all this stuff was going on, look, Kwame Brown was breaking this down. Kwame Brown was breaking it down when he was talking about the video.
You know why? Because it's a grift. The girl said it. You got an online persona, but you really talk like this, because it's not about the money. The money will come. You just got to quantify whatever it is that you do, and then you got to really do it. Me and my wife, we used to stay at our mother's house, and yeah, she walked around naked. Yeah, that's you. That's the real you. You a good boy. Ain't nothing wrong with being a good little boy. So, but to come up here and put out a persona talking about you want access to people's box. Online, capping. But I will say this. Micca, come here, honey, darling. Come here, honey chitlins. Sugar chitlins. Come here, come on in this room. Now, being a former thought myself, okay? Being a former thought that used to give myself away. Give myself away. Yeah, I used to give myself away. You know what I mean? To the streets. Just like most of y'all. Now, come here, honey chitlins. Do you think I believe for 1 second, with all my tatalism, all the girls I've been with, to hear them tell they baby daddies, they boyfriends, all the excuses under the sun to get out the house? So much so that it's hard for me to trust a woman to this day. I done been laying next to one she done had my joint in her hand talking to her man, and she telling him beautiful lies. Don't break my heart, tell me beautiful lies. That I was like, damn. As she was holding my shit and talking so good to that nigga, it made me want to call home like, hey, bitch, where you at? You know what I mean? FaceTime me right now. I got a hoe in here, and she doing all sorts of things, but the way she lying to this dude, I'm thinking you lying to me. It messed up my life. Out here thotting and listening to the way these girls lie, that shit'll make you a hoe for life. I think it scarred me. I think it made me a thought for life. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just joking, y'all. You know what I mean? Don't get me DDT'd. Don't get me DDT'd. Don't get me in trouble. But yeah, I'm telling the truth a little bit. Y'all can't follow what the if I'm telling the truth in my line, I don't know either. But like I said, I know a little bit about a lot. And the way these thoughts lie, I'm thinking you lying, Micca. I ain't gonna hold you. Ain't no way up under the God's green earth that my wife, I ain't even gonna let a girlfriend do that. It's over before you get back. If you jump on that plane, the moment I see a pair of underwear hit a bag, and you say you going with some other nigga for anything that I can't give you, you going to let another man try to get you something that I can't give you yet, instead of us working together and us figuring out, because one become two. Now you add this nigga Anton, that make it three. So hell to the now. So if you can't wait till I can provide, you one of them quick little mother truckers, then it's time for you to go. The moment them underwear hit that bag, I would have been trying to call somebody else over here. Yeah, because I can help pay anybody bills. So yeah, your ass would be up out of here. I would have changed the locks. If we had cheering, I'd have told them, look here, I'm sorry, your mama wanted them. And I'd have showed them videos of Freaknik, depending on their age. I'd have showed them videos of Freaknik and Mardi Gras. Yeah, your mama got the behavior of one of them girls in the crowd. Okay, so daddy is one of them guys that's not going to accept that. So I got to go. You know what I'm saying? See you when I see you, little one. Now let me. Boy, they go clip that. Woo! Yeah, I feel good today, baby. I'm feeling good.
Fool.
You hear me? Skid more underwear. Yeah, I'd have had to show them. I'd had to show them Freaknik videos. I'd have had to show them them days in Miami, Daytona. I had to show them. Hey, look, this was your mama on top of that car right there. She like that girl right there. That ain't her, but she got similar behavior. So yeah, it's over with. You know what I mean? But back to the topic. I don't believe this lady Micca from Adam. First of all, Anton never met your husband. That's number one. Not that it would matter. I get so sick of people saying that, oh, you meet your husband. Man, this niggas that are. Did you see what Derek Fisher did to Matt Barnes? Matt Barnes not only met Derek Fisher, and Derek Fisher not only met Matt Barnes, hell, they played together. So all this meeting your husband, these niggas like meeting you, shaking your hand, and then secretly tearing up your wife. They'll get a kick out of that, knowing that you don't know. They don't care about that. Most of y'all that got fine-ass wives, the only reason why you got a bunch of friends is because they want to pop your wife. That's how people moving out here. And if your wife like to be up in a bunch of different men's face and want to go to all these little luncheons and events, guess what? She in the game. Don't believe all that, oh, I'm just networking. Cap. Man, listen, when I was in the league, they used to strategically place, and I think it had a lot to do with Doug Collins, because Doug seemed like an old school hoe. Doug was hitting the hell out them girls, boy. Lord have mercy. Now, that's one thing about it. I think Doug humped one of them hips off because he had to have hip surgery. But because Doug had them old freaks. I ain't going to lie. But anyway, allegedly. But anyway, I believe they strategically went to these certain hotels that would match up events, like business events at the same time. And Lord, I'm telling you, them ladies with them name tags on, they have husbands, they have girlfriends and boyfriends. But when they finish them little meetings, whatever they talking about in them goddamn meetings, they ripping off that goddamn name tag, and boy, they making it do what it do. They don't give a damn about no husband. And them husbands don't give a damn about no wife. So y'all keep believing that y'all husbands and y'all wives is going out here networking. Yeah, right. Because I'm not built for my wife to be up here acting like she my wife, but somebody else hoe. Gallivanting around the world, getting slaughtered and slaved in different motel rooms. No, I don't want no wife like that. But that's what's going on, though. Believe you me, that's what's going on. So now I don't believe nothing this lady's saying, because a real woman know you sleep with who you are around. If a woman starts hanging around me, right, the more she's around me, she's going to pick up on some of my mannerisms. She's going to start talking like me. She's going to start liking my cologne. That's just human nature. You're going to find characteristics about a person, especially two attractive people. And Anton is uglier than the sidewalk outside, but his money would make him a little more attractive to females because they want security. They want opportunity.
Yep.
So you have to tip the scale a little bit. But there's no way that a woman that understands the nature of men will be out here flying around with a man talking about, oh, no, we just working. No, yeah, we working. How R. Kelly said, I want to work them first class hips. Yes, I do. Shit. That man ain't on camera talking about, oh, I want to be, I want access to your box. That might be an online character. But if you play a character long enough, see, that's the thing. If them people that get them movie roles, if you play a character long enough, you're going to be confused who you are and who's the character. To the point where, just think about dumbass Charleston White. He'll say that, say cheese is the problem. But then he'll go on another interview and say the same egregious dumb stuff that he would say on Say Cheese. But somehow Say Cheese bad for his brain. The boy's slow. The boy pond water slow. It's a lot of these dudes faking and fraudulating, just doing anything for views online. They little ass kids. The men in their 50s. That's how I knew to call them new money. Nigga, you don't just walk around here disrespecting everybody. That ain't what people with money do. They not trying to have a doodad. A doodad could be a lawsuit. A doodad could be anything that slow up the money, nigga. And playing with people out here in this real world, nigga, it slow up the money. Nigga can interrupt the way you travel. People can, it been so many people that's successful. Go to bumping their gums and running their mouth to the wrong people, and then now all their shows canceled. Now nobody can book them in no arena. So people with money don't run around acting like this idiot. But when your money come based on your own line persona, and you got to make this persona like that in order for people to fake like you, this person, then yeah, you reap the benefits for that. But there's a cost to pay too. So I knew he was new money. Nigga, you talking like that about NBA players because you got a jealousy, nigga. Kenyon is a Neanderthal. Kwame's a Neanderthal. Kobe, who else? Corey's a Neanderthal. And what the f are you? You online talking about you got to have access to people's box. Married women at that. But then I'm a Christian conservative. I'd rather be a Neanderthal than a... That's what I would rather be.
And I'm telling you, lock it up, lock it up, lock it up. No, he told you to it. He told y'all straight what it was. Oh, it got even worse.
With another one. And yes, this is a pre-record. Let me clean my screen. This is a pre-record. This is definitely a pre-record. I know a lot of people ask me, they say, man, is this a live video or a pre-record? I'm doing it as a pre-record, but then I'm going to say schedule a live video. Then it'll go up. It'll be a pre-recorded live video. The shirt, I bet my ex missed me. Just a shirt I had in the car. Oh man, I'm getting buff from them dips. All right. But we have another video to illustrate, and this is just a reaction video, YouTube. This is not me dissing anyone, trying to tell anyone how to live. This is just to give my commentary and reaction. I'm still doing a story. I'm doing research for a story about the personification of the Black community, and about, yeah, just being what the Black community should be. That's what someone said. So when someone makes a very bold claim and a statement like that, especially when me personally, I only knew one aspect of the person, one channel, where they were talking finance and certain things. But now that I've gotten to other channels and seeing the way that this gentleman talks to women while married, and we all have been online. If you go online long enough, you've argued, you did an interview with some woman that agitated you, or person, period. But that's not what I see on these videos. I'm really seeing a man who is struggling with his identity and sexuality and classism. I think he was treated so poorly when he didn't have money. And now that he has money, he thinks that money has put him into a certain class of people. And he'll find later in life, when he gets around those same people that he's dying to get around, they're going to let him know that this is a classism thing. And just because you have money does not mean you entered into that class. So without further ado, let me play the video with no heat, no judgment. Ayana Fix My Life. And just do my reaction after that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all. Hug yourself. Love yourself. You're beautiful. Even if you're not, look in the mirror, tell yourself that. Say, I'm beautiful. Don't worry about the lies. God repented for your sins if you are lying. But just hug yourself. Say, I love you. I love you. And then do it like that. Because some of y'all ain't had a hug in a long time, and you can hug yourself too sometimes. Self-love sometimes is the best love. Let's get it.
Because a woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing Anton speak, which I'm not just keep trying to relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So it's like, are you telling me you never listened to your mom growing up? Because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man. I'm just confused. So that's why I was just like, balance was right. And I just didn't want to say anything because I'm still confused on the first conversation and I haven't got past that yet.
You come from a man. You come from your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg.
Your mom delivered you. You came from a woman. Your dad did not give birth to you. Your mother. Your mom.
Okay, I don't know why this is an argument. They're both right. You come from the loin of a man. Children are of the father because it needs us to get the woman pregnant. But you gotta have respect for both. Like she said, you don't birth yourself. No man has ever birthed a child. So you have to give respect to women because they go through the process of, carrying, incubating that baby and bringing it to term. So you got to have respect for that. Men, what we bring to the table, our biology, what God allowed us to be able to do to get you pregnant. But after that, our work is pretty much done. So you got to respect both sides. I don't understand why people say, oh, it just comes from us. And that's it in a nutshell. It's not. We have to respect one another. You can't have one without the other. That's like the link of a chain arguing with the crank of the bike. You ain't shit. And then the crank, you ain't shit. Then neither one of them is nothing without the other. There's no motion without the links to the chain wrapping around the crank to the bicycle tire. So neither one can disrespect each other, if you can understand. You don't get motion without the links to that chain. So without a man, without a woman, there's no motion. Two has to come together to make one. So respect both. And yes, we get our game from a woman, our name from a woman. We get all that. When God said woman over children, he didn't make a mistake when he said that. The women are the ones molding and shaping the children. So that's why some people get mad when some of the women don't take any credit for how this kid is shaped out, because the baby should be taught most of the daily things by a woman. A man should be out busting his ass and working. Now, some women are out working too. So the kid is out, I won't, anyway. But let's get back to the topic. I think we should learn to respect each other and what we bring to the table. I don't look at a woman or my woman any less that birthed my child, nor should she look at herself above me. We should look at each other as the same that are trying to do the right thing for a child and get them to their independent level. That's it.
Your mom was just an incubator.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said, I'm not talking about you.
Okay, well, I want to clear that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Did not. Oh, you're not a good listener, right? And
I'm a great listener because this is my first time. This is my first time saying anything back to you. I listened to you earlier. And
there you go again, Anton, proving that you're right. You are a C student. You're proving that you're a C student. This young lady is right. You said that the men that become before us, I'm in my 40s, you're in your 40s. So that would be men that are like 60, 70, 80, men that come before us, including her father. Get it, C student? You're not speaking about her. So therefore, she never defended herself. She instantly heard what you said and said, well, my father, if you're talking about all the men that come before, my father is not one of those men. My father was a real man. And then your reply was, oh, I'm not talking about you. She acknowledged that you wasn't talking about her. That's why she mentioned her father is not a simp and not her. So you're proving that you're a C student.
Okay, well, I want to clear that up.
And again, this has nothing to do with you. Let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said,
I'm not going to, my
they
dad
said
wasn't
happy
a simp.
life. I'm not talking about you. They
Okay,
said
well, I
happy
want to clear
life.
that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Did not. Oh, you're not a good listener, right? And
I'm a great listener because this is my first time. This is my first time saying anything back to you. I listened to you earlier and didn't even know.
I prefaced the conversation twice by saying that I was not referring to you specifically. And then you went to go on about how it is that this is represented. This ain't about you. This is about life.
And I said I wanted to make that.
This guy is actually pretty slow. So with that being said, if I said all the guys in the NBA that came before me was trash, and then Charles Oakley pull up on me and let me know, well, not Charles Oakley brother or somebody say, you know what? I want to let you know my brother ain't trash. And then I go keep telling him over and over again, I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. And he wants me to talk about what I'm actually talking, what he's talking about, or what I actually said, which is his brother is trash and everybody before him. So if he say that my brother wasn't trash, of course, I'm not talking about that person. He's defending my statement that I made. And Anton is not listening. He's accusing this woman of not being a good listener, but she heard what you said. And that's why she replied like that. Shout out to this young lady, because I would want my kid, my daughter, to speak up for me in high regard and don't allow a man to say and lump me into a group of people that were weak and that were not real men. Because that's what he's essentially trying to say. But he's right. He's a C student. So he may not even get what he's saying.
Clear that my father was not a simp. It's the same thing you were doing with people earlier. You don't like when somebody do something that you do. You were doing this to people earlier when they were speaking. All I'm saying to you is my father is not a simp. That's not an argument. My father is not a simp. That's all I was saying.
And how would you know?
I know for a fact my father is not a simp. My father is very intelligent, and my father is
what do being
very
intelligent got to do with being a simp?
It doesn't matter. He wasn't a simp.
How
and
do
we're
you
going
know?
to leave it at
How
that.
do you
And
know?
I'm not going to allow you to say my father's a simp because he's not.
I never said that he was. But see,
But
listen,
you just said, how do I know that?
He never
I'm
called
saying
your
he's
father
not
a
simp.
simp.
no, hold on, Mr. Lego. Let me cook. You know.
Mr. Let Go, what you just did didn't make any sense. We know she's not calling her father out by name, but essentially what he said is including her father. He didn't say some men. He said the men from the generation before us. That includes her father. Jesus, this is some C student stuff here. This is a C student conversation.
I know that your father was possibly a simp.
He was not a simp.
Do you know how I know your father was possibly a simp? Because you automatically triggered by it and nobody called him a simp.
I'm triggered by it because my
Yes, you
father
are.
was a great man, and I don't allow nobody to talk crazy about my
But
father.
nobody.
Did you guys see what Anton just did there? You're triggered by it. So now he's giving her a set of emotions just because she won't allow him to disrespect her father. Now, what she did was she accepted the thing that he put on her saying, you're triggered by it. And she goes, I'm triggered by it. You were never triggered. You have every right to defend your father. You were not wrong. When he said, men before us are simps, and you stood up for your father, that's not being triggered. You were just letting him know. So I reject his deposit. And I want to tell you, young lady, stand firm on what you were saying because you wasn't wrong. He's just talking loud. He ain't saying nothing. Your father is not a simp. That does not mean that you're triggered. He's using those words to try to have some level of authority. What really it is, he's a weak man. You called him out on what he was saying, and he doesn't like to be wrong. So he's doubling down and dying with the lie. So that's all he's doing. You were right, young lady. Your father is not a simp. You have every right to stand up for your father, and he should have backed off of this easy. But we're trying to see if he's the personification of the black community. But the thing that I don't like is the women on the panel are watching this lady get berated like that. They know he's wrong. They know what they heard, but they're not saying anything because it benefits them to sit there and listen to the guy that has the bag or has the opportunity that they want. The men on the panel, they don't want to say anything because he has the opportunity that they want. So this woman is made to feel like she's being disrespected, like she did something wrong, and she didn't. She's just standing up for her father. She stated what she wanted clearly. And this C student just can't seem to understand. So let's keep going.
He mentioned your father. Nobody mentioned your father. Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. If your daughter was sitting on this panel, you would want your daughter to speak highly of you as well. I'm not going to allow nobody to ask my dad.
If
My dad is
nobody
not a
asked
simp.
about me,
Period. He's not a simp.
If
And I'm gonna
nobody
leave it at that.
asked
He's not a
about
simp.
me, if nobody asked about me, see, are you?
His arguments are so C student and juvenile. Nobody don't have to ask about you for your daughter to feel like they're talking about you. If your daughter was present in the room and somebody said, all of y'all fathers are weak and simps, and she go, my father is not in that. The person didn't say your name. They're not talking about you specifically, but they're talking about you. So I don't understand why this is so hard for him. But when your ceiling is a C student, it is what it is.
Are you married?
I'm not married, but I
know you're not.
Watch the switch.
You don't know that I'm not married.
Watch the switch. This got nothing to do with her being married. So now that you're not married, then that means you're wrong about this topic. This has absolutely nothing to do with being married.
Yeah.
But the switch is to get this woman emotionally involved. And this sister did a good job because after he tries to trigger her with being married, she goes, that was my choice, this and that. And then he keeps going down this rabbit hole, and I'll keep playing it. I won't stop it after this. He goes down the rabbit hole of trying to make her feel bad for not being married when the conversation was about not calling my father a simp. That's what he does. He tries to invoke emotions out of these women and men in order to act like he has some type of moral authority or high ground. These type of conversations work over the internet. They do not work in person. When a person knows that you're aggressing them and being disrespectful like that in person, there's no mute button. There's no, hold on, let me overtalk you. There's no mic. That person is going to elevate themselves to a point to where they're not going to hear you and the conversation is dead. So all of these people that's acting like they have so much logic, it only works over a computer.
I do know because I can tell by that badass attitude. Listen, you already about to snatch dreams out the air. You're shaking your head. You're talking with your neck and shit. You're mentioning shit that nobody even ever brought up. I never brought up your fucking father. Not once. As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, you will understand the sentiment, and then you probably could get married. You would not be impacted by all of these fucking stories that you heard inside of your salon.
You know what's crazy? You are judging me when you don't even know me.
So you let him get
You don't even know me.
Hold on, y'all.
Rashawn, don't cape, Rashawn.
No, wait.
Stop, Rashawn, stop.
He's the only person on this
I don't have to know you if I ask you a
I'm not
specific
married
question.
because I'm not married. I've been engaged three times.
I guarantee you I heard that 1,000 times from a bunch of chicks that was masculine as fuck.
But you just said that if I listen, I will be married.
That's because you ain't quiet enough to actually
Those single women saying I've been engaged.
This is what I guarantee you. I guarantee you, after this show, you're gonna have a life reality check because it's not gonna sit well with you. And the reason it's not gonna sit well with you is because you're wrong as fuck. You over talking after you said that you don't over talk. You led with that fake ass femininity when you first came on the panel. I don't over talk. I don't even respond. Now look at you. You ain't out of character. This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me, is that if you sit around me long enough, I'm gonna bring that bullshit up out of you. And you can't sit here and sell me something that ain't real. I knew you wasn't fucking married. And now, because of your behavior, not because of your father, but because of your behavior, I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And
I thought you wasn't talking about her father. I thought it was never in question whether her father was a simp or not. Now, because of some behavior that she displayed, which I never saw, all I saw is a woman try to tell a man that my father is not included in this monologue that you're saying that the men that came before us are simps. Simple way to get somebody back into line with your respect. I don't think she was loud. I don't think she was rude. She wasn't disrespectful at all. But to a man that thinks that he has to compete with women, to a man that's two snaps in a swirl, that think that he has the authority to check other women that's not his wife, especially a woman that's just saying, my father is not a simp. Now this whole conversation has been derailed, and now this woman is being berated about her marital status, as if her marital status make what she's talking about right now true or false. If she would have answered, yes, I'm married, then he still would have been able to find a way to reason to take away from this woman, well, your husband is a simp. It's all the power trip that this guy has. Ego. Pride come before the fall. This is not how you have a conversation with a person. Whether she's married or not, the subject matter that she was speaking about, the way he framed it, he definitely was talking about men that came before us, which included her father. So the fact that this C student couldn't let this conversation go, this is sad, and it gets worse.
Reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp, daughter is gonna be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then gonna come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into. Cause I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side, none of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it comes to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake. And all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself. So you can take this shit and move differently, or you can continue to lead with that fake ass femininity and not getting the results that you want and lean to your father. Which one you want? How you gonna move? Because all of this is bullshit that you're selling right now. It's fake as fuck.
And because your damn mouth.
Hey, yo, no, not wait, no. I know.
Man, how many times have we seen this shit?
Hey, yo, I know you got to minister me more here. Yo.
Look, women don't listen, they interpret. So there was a lot of interpreting that. So ladies, just period, everybody just watching or whatever, understand that a lot of the times when you try to argue with a man or a woman, you're interpreting what somebody said and you just go down a fucking rabbit hole when you don't necessarily need to. We have to, well, y'all have to, because men don't do this, stop interpreting what somebody said. He said 20.
Mr. Lego.
Yeah.
The reality is that I want her to be successful. My general sentiment in life is to have everybody that eventually come in contact with me take something positive out of it. I'm not saying this just because I want to get on her or some shit. I'm saying it because it's real. And I'm not sure if the people that's in her inner circle, and I don't know who's in her inner circle, I'm talking about her friends, any dude that she'd never interacted with. I'm not sure if they've ever actually been honest enough to tell her the truth. Because I'm not emotionally attached to her, or I don't have any personal vendetta, I don't even know her from a can of paint, and she probably don't know me. I can be real. I'm gonna tell her the truth. That shit is not kosher. That shit is not cool. And she's basically, I never even said anything about her father whatsoever. I prefaced the conversation twice by saying, this is not personal to you. This has nothing to do with you. And then she went on a tangent about her father. Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she reacts. And I pay attention to really focus in on the things that people say when
I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she react, and then I listen to what people say. You really just tore up your whole argument. I don't listen to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she react. I pay attention to that shit. I listen. What are you talking about? Nothing of what you're saying is making any sense. Mr. Let Go chimed in a couple of times. Nothing he said made any sense. You were talking about this girl's father. Let me show you. Let's go all the way back, but he's not done yet. Let's wait. He's not done embarrassing himself.
They first come on the panel. I paid attention, which like saying, I'm listening. I pay attention to that. She's supposed to say it. It's the language. It's
Women don't listen to interpret.
about her father. Now, this has nothing to do with you. And then she went on a tangent about her father. Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she reacts. And I pay attention to like really focus in on the things that people say when they first come on the panel. I paid attention when she said that shit. She said it. Oh, I don't cut. I don't jump in and all of that. But what the fuck is this? And I want her to be great. And I hope this shit burn. I hope this shit bother.
All right, Rayshawn, you can go ahead and cake Rayshawn.
I hope that she toss and turn all fucking night and she see me in her dreams and that shit is like, I hate that fucking Anton. Because at the end of the day, it's real. It's real.
And this is how women learn how to be around masculine men.
Conversation.
I know
or
you're
she
looking
go
for
into
your gift back.
or go into a thing.
Go ahead, Rayshawn.
She gonna move a little bit differently, bro.
He said, Mr. Let Go said, women need to learn how to move around masculine men. This is not masculine at all. This is sassy. This was a clear-cut case of a guy just talking too much. This young lady was 100% right.
You come from a man. You come from your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg. You ain't
Your
just
mom
the
delivered
oven.
you.
No,
You
no, no,
came
no,
from
no.
a woman. Your
She's
dad
just
did
the
not
oven.
give birth to you. Your mother
Your
did.
mom was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak.
The dudes that came before us, it has nothing to do with you. Her father came before us, but he wants her to feel that it has nothing to do with her because he's not talking about her father. But her father is one of the men that came before us. This guy is slow. This is a C student for real. And don't get mad at him, young lady. You had to endure a lot of BS over two men that was not trying to be serious. They're trying to build their career. They're trying to copy other men that's talking to women, that were talking to women on the internet. They don't fit the bill. They're not polished enough. They're like Swarovski crystals. The other guy was like a diamond, one of a million type of guy. These people are not that. They're trying to be watered down renditions. Young lady, you were absolutely right. What you heard is what I heard. If you're going to say a statement like that, you got to allow yourself to be corrected. He should have said, well, not all men, majority. And that would have covered it, and he could have continued the conversation. But when you're that narcissistic, when money starts sliding in your pocket, you become new money. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You started running around with that Kanye West song playing in your head. You keep counting your money. You can't tell me nothing. It becomes your God. They just go, you can't tell me nothing. Nah. And that's what this guy is doing. You can't tell him that. But this was asinine. This is a dumb conversation. But he's a C student. So that's my time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in or on the way out. Make sure you come and join my Patreon. Make sure you follow me on all social media, Instagram, Patreon, all of it. Come check a bus out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gone. Yes.
So, what did you think? What did y'all think? Straight up. Did he not call Anton out on this bullshit? The position of power always belongs to those yeah. The position of power belongs to those who cares the least. Whoever cares the least in the relationship possesses the power. They possess the control. Those who come in, their emotions are so strong, they surrender all their power to the other person. Now, whether you take advantage of that, that's on you. But some men cannot handle a woman being smarter than them. They can't handle it. Yeah, I know a lot of men that can't handle a woman being smarter than them or outsmarting them. They get embarrassed. Yeah, they get embarrassed. That's what they all do, man. No, Anton played that good game. Yeah, they all play that good game. But in the end of the day, you see, they ain't the people that they claim they be. The same thing that he's talking about. He's the personification of all of it. Because he's not living the life he's talking about. If you say all men, her father's included in that. So she's saying, I'm just letting you know, my dad doesn't, I didn't say your dad, but you said all men. They're like, I know you ain't married. Her marital status had nothing to do with the point at hand. And I don't know what kind of panel that is, where they just make people be silent or whatever. But yeah, whatever panel that was, it was bizarre. Yeah. It's bizarre because of the results. There's so much difference when you look at the scale. You say, man, the scale of this thing is great. I wish I could be one of those dudes. Man, if I was one of those cats, come on. That's bullshit. But I always wish, like, man. Oh, good morning. Cause I'm still here. I didn't get a wake-up call from out there. So I'ma head back to the streets for my lessons and only live by God's blessings. Good morning. So anyway, I'm gonna be up out. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Love, peace, and hair grease, man. I'm out.